glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people. And this is my land. This is my land. And this is what we pray for. And this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country. This is who I am. This is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house.
I got a baby girl inside this house, and right now she's sound asleep. So it's probably best for the both of us if you just turn around and leave. 'Cause if you come in this fucking house, then you too gonna go to sleep. I promise you, boy, don't play with me. I pray to God my soul to keep. Especially this day and age, gotta handle shit our own way. With a 30-30 or 12 gauge behind this door, you're hella weight. My old lady, she rides too, picking up every shell case, mopping up these blood stains, but she ain't seen a damn thing. Most of my people are convicts, hard-headed, no nonsense. So please approach with caution. You never know who's watching. You never know what's on the other side of that front door. And you knocking, might step out like motherfuckers get their dropping. All the neighbors heard was the dogs barking. The sun was down, it was getting dark. And I told the sheriff it ain't no problems, man, I was just taking out the garbage. So if you don't mind, please excuse me. I'm with the family trying to watch a movie. I'm sure you got better things to do, so I'll let you go and get back to duty.
Coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people. And this is my land. This is my land. And this is what we pray for. And this is God's plan. This is God's plan. If you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country. This is who I am. This is who I am. So welcome to my house. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. So welcome to my house. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. So welcome to my house. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. So welcome to my house. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Good evening and welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. We're here back once again at Kansas with the Bluegrass Xfinity series here today. And qualifying already underway. Top 5 in qualifying right now is Jim Ott, Radburn Shutters, Justin Winters, Jordan Slater, and Alex Penn on the dock for tonight. We have 120 lap stage break. It's going to be on lap number 48. At the end of lap 48, the caution flag will fly. And that will be the end of stage 1. Our standings coming into tonight, we've got James Silvers leading the way, followed by Jim Ott, Adam Lancaster, Kyle Mays, and Radburn Shutters tied for that 4th position. And that is your top 5 in points coming into tonight. Out on track right now from Cornerstone Motorsports, it's Tyler the Weapon Evans in the number 77. You see him tucking right down against the grass there for qualifying, trying to get every bit of speed he can out of that number 77 here. Get the best time in he possibly can. Michael Robinson moves himself into that 3rd spot with his qualifying run. And that's going to move Alex Penn outside of the top 5. Joined today with Alex Robinson, we got Brett Wheeler behind the cameras. Alex, exciting night last night. Only a couple of cautions. Wreck right at the end. What do you expect to see here tonight?
I'm calling it right now just because I share a last name. Michael Robinson's winning tonight.
All right. Michael Robinson sitting in 3rd right now. So, the curse with Alex last night continued as it has for the last couple of years, and the green-white checkered came about, and well, I'm just gonna say it, Alex. I expect to see it happen again.
Oh, and who can I talk to about getting the timing and scoring on my sent to me, because then I can.
It is the same link you used last night.
Is it really?
Yes.
Works for me.
James Silver's our points leader. He's going to move to quick time with a 30.99. The first driver to get done in the 30-second mark. Fantastic qualifying time for him. And still not getting any times in for Tyler Evans. A little surprised to see that Mo Abbott finds himself 15th quick. He's also out on track right now. He's just turning some extra laps. It looks like Todd Mays will go 25th quick on his first lap into 42. Tyler Evans is going to move in 20th quick on his second lap. Second lap does count for the number 77. We'll see what Todd Mays can put down here on his second lap. He's always a quick driver, always a threat, finds himself at the front at some point in time throughout the night. But tonight he's going to qualify in at 22nd quick. "36 drivers registered for racing tonight." Jason Harrison out on track right now for his qualifying run, and actually it looks like he's already got his 2 laps in, if I'm reading this correctly. Nope, I take that back. It is currently counting down on distance, so he has not taken a green flag yet. But top 5 right now is James Silvers, Jim Ott, Radburn Shutters, Michael Robinson, and Justin Winters. Michael Robinson, Justin Winters locked in a virtual tie for that 4th position. Just a little over a tenth, about a tenth and a half separating the top 5. This is going to be an extremely close race, Alex.
Yeah, if it's anything like last night, the top side was actually quick. Surprisingly, the top side was quick last night, but it's going to come down, I think, again to drafting more to try and pull away from the rest of the field there. It's gonna be fun. Kansas is always a fun place.
And it most definitely is. Kansas, one of the fastest tracks on the circuit. Long, sweeping turns. decent enough banking for these guys to really get a good grip on it. And if it goes into nighttime like it did last night for the truck series, the track's going to start cooling off. The times are just going to keep getting faster and faster as the tires start to grip up more to the colder surfaces. Jason Arison will time in fourth quick on his second lap. Fantastic run for him. It's going to knock Michael Robinson down to fifth and put Justin Winters outside the top five. Winters, he's been having a lot of strong runs lately, finding himself up towards the front, just not quite able to make it happen at the end of the race. Bad luck just seems to fall his way, but look forward to seeing him try to rebound and have a good night out here tonight. It's right about 16 seconds left here in qualifying. 27 drivers have gotten a time in, 9 drivers without having a time here tonight. Some of them not allowed to qualify due to late entries and different things like that. Possibly some post-race penalties from last week, different things causing them to not get or not be allowed to put a time in, but qualifying does come to an end. Silvers, Ott, Shutters, Arison, Robinson, your top five. We'll take a look at tonight's starting grid. Starting on pole tonight from Cornerstone Motorsports, it's the 33 of James Silvers. Line up to his outside, J3 Motorsports, number 1, Jim Ott.
Starting third in the 3, that's Cornerstone Motorsports, that's Radburn Shutters. To the outside, starting fourth, the 74 for JB Motorsports, that's Jason Arison.
Row number 3 to the inside, Empire Motorsports, number 18, Michael Robinson. Lined up to his outside, the Elite Motorsports, number 7, Justin Winters.
Jordan Slater will start 7th in the 92, starting 8th. That's going to be the 30 of Alex Penn for Cornerstone Motorsports.
Row number 5 and a 44 on the inside is going to be Brad Gebhardt. Lined up to his outside from Eric Kinetics. It's the 27 of Matt Campbell.
Starting 11th to 34 for Highside Hustler Motorsports, that is Jason Bridges. To the outside, the 12th spot, the 55 for Mays Racing, that's Kyle Mays.
Row number 7 to the inside from Fast Motorsports, it's the number 9, Bryce Hunter. Line up to his right side, it's going to be Empire Motorsports, number 19, Jeremiah Hobbs.
Starting 15th to 72 for Highside Hustler Motorsports, that's Tony Iverson. 16th for Color Teal Racing, the 48 of Mo Abbott.
Abbott, correct. Inside row number 9 from Team Birdie Racing, it's the 28 of Alex Carr. To his outside, Weaponized Motorsports, number 38, Justin Ray.
Starting 19th to 25 for Team Birdie Racing, it's Greg Carr. Starting 20th for JC Motorsports, the 069, that's Dustin Reinstedel.
In row number 11 from Cornerstone Motorsports, it's the 77 of Tyler Evans. Lined up to his outside, World of Thunder Esports Racing, number 46, Sean Kostritza.
Starting 23rd, the 42 of Todd Mays for Mays Mafia. 24th, the 5, Weaponized Motorsports, it's Dylan Merriman.
Miriam. Row number 13 to the inside, the 12 from World of Thunder Racing is Robbie Richards. Lined up to his outside. In the 6, it's Nathan Mascroft.
Starting 27th, the 88, that's Chuck Gentle. We're going to go Gentile, thank you. Starting 28th for Team Syndicate, it's the 76 of Mikey Neal Jr.
Been surprised to see him come out here tonight for the Xfinity Series. Always good to see him out on track. And row number 15 from Weaponized Motorsports, it's the 31 of Blake Hensley. To his outside, Elite Motorsports, number 17, Adam Lancaster.
Starting 31st, the 01 for CFM Esports, it's Scott Fritz. Starting 32nd, it's the 2, that's Bobby Mays.
Going to give us a quick run down through. I believe they're getting set to go green. We got Travis Twitty in 33rd. Wes Wiggin in 34th. 35th is going to be Keith Haney. 36 is Keith Hackney. Pair of Keiths making up the back row. Pace car is off. James Silver's looking to bring us to the green flag. There's the green flag. Good start. There's the green flag for James Silver's Jim Ott. Good start for him, sticking right with him. But you see the 3 of Radburn Shutters, Cornerstone Motorsports teammates right there, nose to tail, heading down into turns number 1 and 2. Silver's going to slide up, try to cut the line off from Ott. He's going to do so, but here comes Radburn Shutters to the inside. He's going to stick his hat in the mix and go for the race lead here early.
Shutters sat inside there as Silvers and Shutters going at it for that top spot. Ott and Robinson, that's your battle for the third spot there, as the top line and bottom line both being used here as the top 4 guys have found their groove early on here. But there you see the 18 machine there. That is Robinson going up to the top side, and it looks like that top side has Quick as now the 3 machine there going to also drift up the track a little bit.
Yeah, Shutter's known for his late run speed. He's very good at conserving his tires, conserving his fuel and everything. I expect to see him come back later. He's going to continue to drop back right now and look for that opening to go to the high side where he can save that right front tire a little bit. Battle going on right now for that 5th spot, though, being led off by James Harrison, Jordan Slater on his inside.
Already another challenge for the lead there. Silvers and Ott, they're going back at it side by side now into turn 3 and 4. Ott and Silvers there. As there you saw the 3 machine, but there we are, that battle for the race lead there as a slide job on asphalt. BJ Duval, I can't be as excited on asphalt as dirt because it's going to be a long race if they're trading slide jobs like this.
I don't think it'll be a long race. I think it'll make for an exciting race, but James Silver's now going to slide up in front of Jim Ott. Ott did not have the momentum to cut back down underneath. Silver's going to come down, close the door. We'll take a look a little further back. See this 44 of Brad Gebhardt and Justin Winters on his outside right there battling for that 7th position. Gebhardt, good run on the inside, does not have near as much help with the draft. We talked about how fast this track is here in qualifying. We talked about it last night and how important the draft is out here, and you see it as Brad Gebhardt just gets left behind right there, and they just go right around the outside of him with relative ease down the front straightaway.
So now you see there as cars starting to find the groove here, going in here, as already another battle there for that 4th spot there, as that's Slater and Shutters. So Shutters going to drop back another spot there, but he's going to hold his own here as we get a look inside the car there as they pass the start-finish line, and you see the run on the inside there. That is Slater. So Slater gets a run, and you see right there, he is getting the corner of it out here. So it's going to be interesting. Does he stick to the bottom? He's going to drift up. Nope. He's going to go back up to the top side here. So Slater now takes over that 4th position.
Caution flag on the speedway car, spinning in the back straightaway down into the infield. Here in a moment, we'll get a look at our instant replay. Right on board with Jeremiah Hobbs. Take a look at this one here. Oh, looks like contact between Jeremiah Hobbs and the 27. It's going to be Matt Campbell. A little bit of wheel hop. Looks like they went wheel to wheel. Got Jeremiah Hobbs' left rear up in the air. That's going to unload the car and cause it to spin down to the infield. Lucky for him, that very minimal contact, did not hit that inside wall. Both those drivers going to come out of this one relatively unscathed, but I'll be interested to see the call that Race Control makes on this one.
And it's the first caution of the night is out. I'm interested to see on top of this. So pit window for the trucks was, what, 20 laps? 20
to 25 laps, I would say, was pit window.
So I'm intrigued to see what the pit window will be for these cars here. I want to say I say maybe about 30. I would say 26 to 30 maybe for a pit window here.
Some fantastic camera work there by Brett to show the contact between the 2 cars right there. It just and it's really close quarters racing, really fast-paced racing. You're going to see mistakes out of drivers. It's going to happen. And right there, unfortunately, for Jeremiah Hobbs, he was the recipient of that one.
So it looks like Silvers is just hanging out on the cushion on the bottom there. It just
cushion?
Looks like, yeah, cushion. That thing.
Apron.
Curtain. Apron. One of those things.
Curtain.
Racing.
You can tell Alex does not call asphalt at all, but that is quite all right. I appreciate him coming on board. Like to send thoughts and prayers for Stephen McMillian and his family. The loss of one of their loved ones last night. If you're anywhere besides the East Coast will be this morning about 12:30 a.m. Steve's father passed tonight. He was 74 years old, so on lap number 74, we'll have a moment of silence for him here tonight, and as well on lap number 87, that is Steve's racing number. We'll have a moment of silence on both of those laps here tonight to just remember and show our respects to Stephen McMillian and his family and his father for all that they've done for the community. Lights are out on the pace car. Silver's going to choose the outside here for this restart. It's going to put Jim Ott to the inside. Michael Robinson is going to be lined up behind Jim Ott. And Jordan Slater now is going to have that advantage with the leader on the restart here on the outside line.
Here we go back to the green flag, then it will be. It's going to be interesting, BJ. Where do these drivers see themselves? We saw a lot of cars on that top side more. Does that bottom side work, or is it going to be more of a top side racetrack tonight while pace car is off?
I say with draft package, I think it is going to go a top side, but Silver Springs Geico restart zone. Green flags out. Another good start for Jim Ott. Stick right there with James Silvers, but it looked like they caught Jordan Slater sleeping on that start. He's going to drop several positions back, finding himself already back in fifth from that fourth position. Several cars able to make it by him on the inside. Not a good start for him. Radburn Shutters finds himself back into that fourth position, but he's under attack from Jordan Slater on his inside.
As that battle for Slater there, as Slater holding on right now over Shutters. Again, that battle was happening before the caution flag came out, and they picked up right where they left off. But watch that 7 machine of Justin Winters there. He is also in the picture, but he has company. That 74 machine of Jason Arison also there. So there's 4 cars battling it out for position at number 4 through 7.
Battles all throughout the field. Stage break is not till lap number 48. I really would have expected these guys to settle in here early on, but does not look like that's going to be the intention at any point in time. Such a fast-paced track, fast-paced racing here at Kansas. Oh, very close quarters right there between the 48 of Mo Abbott and the 30 of Alex Penn, nearly making contact on the front straightaway. Mo Abbott was not going to back off right there. Good heads up from Alex Penn to move down to give him the room. But new race leader Jim Ott has made his way around James Silvers. Silvers now under attack from Michael Robinson in the 18 to the inside. Silvers going to clear and move back to the bottom side, get back to the back bumper of the number 1 machine.
And we see, just like we saw last night, the top 2 guys who started 1 and 2, they're staying in that spot right now. That is Ott, that's Silver, Slater, and Robinson. Those 2 going at it. Those 2 side by side there. They're both moving up through the field here to be in the top 5. And then that 3 machine of Shutters trying to get back into the picture here of the rest of this top 4 group here. But right now you see Robinson starting to pull away here. And now right back in line will go Silvers into the top side there in the corner.
Silver's a very smart, very talented driver. He is the points leader for a reason. And Jim Ott sits in second for a reason. You're seeing it right here. The talent between these 2 drivers, able to stay up here in the front, battle for position, not give up another spot behind them. But Michael Robinson is lurking, and look at how hungry for positions that Jordan Slater is. He's trying everything he can, trying every different line on the track to gain all the ground possible. But I can't help but wonder how much wear is that putting on his tires? How long before he starts to have that fall off?
So the battles continue throughout here. 15 laps will be in the book. And you see times are still in that 31, now we're getting into 32 bracket here. So track, tires are getting worn down. Track's getting a little slower for some of these guys here. And now it's going to show who conserved their tires early on in this one and who burned up their equipment. As you see some passes going on throughout the mid-pack there as well.
Yeah, they're doing some work back towards the middle of the pack, trying to find their way forward. They want to find themselves inside the top 10. You see the 31 of Blake Hensley right there. He's making some moves, trying to find his way forward. The 48 of Mo Abbott currently following the 74 right now. That's going to be piloted by James Arison, working his way around. Brad Gebhardt on the inside. Abbott takes a peek. I thought for a second that he was going to go for a 3-wide shot. Thinks better of it, stays behind Arison.
And you talked about Hensley there. Blake Hensley up to 15. He's plus 14. Lancaster plus 13 and 17. And Scott Fritz up 13. So these guys, again, we saw it last night. There are some quiet movers that qualified either bad or didn't qualify at all. And now they have to put the work in, and they're quietly moving up through this field here, but there's still some passing going on. As you see the battle in front of Mo Abbott there, that is Gebhardt, that is Arison going at it still side by side.
And doing a fantastic job on that inside line is Brad Gebhardt. He's fighting for everything he's got. He's got no help from behind, no draft, but the shorter way around the track does seem to be helping him in order to stay up with these guys. You see the guys on the outside with the draft, with the momentum coming off the corners, able to pull ahead down the straightaways. Brad Gebhardt fights back on the inside, and these guys are slowly but surely catching up drivers in front of him. Justin Winters just up ahead of him in that number 7 machine. He's just sitting nice and quiet and taking his time here tonight. And Radburn Shutter's up ahead of him. All of them are starting to catch up to each other. One car up into the wall. That's going to be Justin Winters. He's going to lose several positions right here. Bo Abbott going to duck below James Arison. Brad Gebhardt had to check up for Winters. That's going to open the door for everybody behind. Here comes the 72 of Tony Iverson.
There you see Silvers yet again. So battles throughout this racetrack there, and especially with Winters getting into the wall, that opened up for a lot of these guys. As you see right there, there's Shutters now. Shutters still in front of Robinson, so Shutters holding on to that 4th spot right now, and caution flag is out.
Taking a look at our NRA instant replay. We'll see Scott Fritz on screen, keeping an eye on him. All Justin Winters, we saw him in the wall just moments ago, trying to recover. Comes down across several cars right there. 3 drivers going around. It's going to be Keith Hackney, I believe, in the 069. Scott Fritz. I'm not sure who the other car was that. It was the 7. Look, see here. Yes, he does get a shot in the rear end from Blake Hensley in a 31. That's what's going to turn him down across the 38 of Justin Ray. But Justin Winters was able to save that car and keep it on rolling. I'll be interested to see just where he ends up placed from that caution. A little bit of contact to the 9 of Bryce Hunter as well. Dustin Reinstedel in the 069, not Keith Hackney. Sorry about that. Keith Hackney did not take the starting grid. But Reinstedel, Fritz, all involved in this one. Jim Ott going to lead the field down pit road here on lap number 20. Alex, we might be looking at right around 20 laps worth of fuel once again here tonight.
Well, that might be a possibility, but also, take advantage of this caution while you can here. Why not pit now, get either, just fuel or fresh tires on that car, and then get ready, possibly to last the rest of the stage break here. And, stage points, very valuable in these races, and you see a lot of guys off pit road, and it's going to be that one of Jim Ott. So Ott off first, and it's Silvers, and it looks like Slater going to come off third off pit road there. As the race continues off pit road there, as you see, these guys are trying to gain any little position possible off of pit road.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's going to push the limits on their speed. They know where the zones are to push it coming off to speed up a little bit, and where they got to slow back down. Every one of those lines right there down pit road, those are all speed zones. Every place that you hit one of those lines, if you're going over pit road speed, you stand a chance to get a speeding penalty, which means you got to come back down under green flag. You can't serve that speeding penalty under caution flag. You have to serve that under green flag racing. So everybody pushing their limits, trying to find the edge of where they can go to pick up as many positions as they possibly can.
And BJ, you probably have told me 5 different times already tonight. When's the stage break?
Lap 48.
Thank you.
Yes, Sean Kaiser last night was in the Truck Series. So Brett's still doing some research on the Kaiser that pilots the truck. It for Bluegrass. It was piloting last night. We've already confirmed that it is not the dirt guy, but curiosity still is piqued. We seem to remember there being a Sean Kaiser on the dirt side, and Brett is currently investigating that. But the caution flag was delayed. Jim Ott is going to choose the outside for this restart, and we do come back to green though. And he's got a teammate behind him and a teammate to his inside. This is going to make for an interesting restart. Everybody on the same set of tires except for Alex Carr in 20th. He took 2 tires. Everybody else taking just fuel throughout the whole field. Joseph Kaiser. Joseph A. Kaiser. That's the dirt guy that we're talking about. Okay, all right. Brett is on it.
And then he gets very excited when he's on it, so.
Yes, he does. So the lights are out on the pace car. Jim Ott and James Silver's leading him now down the back straightaway. Good strategy call by Jim Ott to take the outside line. This is gonna split up the Cornerstone Motorsports guys sitting second and third, keeps them from being nose to tail. And I apologize, Brett is keeping me laughing in the background. He's preaching the power of positivity, and he's trying to get an amen. So I'll give him an amen. All right, amen, Brett, amen.
What you gotta get a fire? You gotta be even more fired up now. He's really feeling the power of positivity right now. Let's make sure that he keeps that power positivity up for the rest of this race.
Yeah, for certain. But pace car is off coming to the Geico restart zone. Jim Ott's going to fire. Good start for Jim Ott. This is opening the door for Silver slide up. Get Cornerstone teammates nose to tail for second and third, side by side. Now for that 4th position, Slater. He has been a threat all night so far. Looking to make his way inside the top 3. He's got his nose to the corner of Radford Shutters. The caution flag's going to fly again.
So now it gets.
Uh-oh. Hashtag blame Alex. Can we get a hashtag blame Alex in the chat? This is definitely Alex's fault.
No, it's not my fault.
I believe Alex is to be the recipient of the EOL. This is definitely Alex's fault. Look, Keith Haney. Haney slow on the track. Everybody dodging him. Not sure what happened to Keith Haney right there. He was right smack dab in the middle of the track. Extremely slow. And some drivers just know where to go. You see them all dodging right there. Watch it from the restart back here.
And I'm about to say, I think he missed a shift or something here.
Possibly missed a shift, possibly blew his engine. What I cannot seem to understand is why he's down in the middle of the track and not taking the car up to the high side. I'm just going to call it right there. Ooh.
I think he blew it.
I do believe he blew his motor. Yeah, that engine definitely blew. Could not seem to get that car down to the inside of the track. Surprised he didn't just take it up to the top of the track, possibly call it out. And he was stuck in the middle. Car shot to his outside. Yeah, when the engine blew, cars scattering around him. He just got stuck right there. Was not able to get up to the high side. But definitely hashtag blame Alex. This is definitely Alex's fault, that motor blew. Brett agrees. Brett agrees. Let's get a hashtag blame Alex in the chat. Let's start that trend back.
We are not taking that turn back.
Do what?
We are not starting that back because I have a feeling that I'm going to get a text message from someone going, "Why is there a hashtag blame Alex being tweeted on Flow Racing this season?" And then I'm going to come right after Brett Wheeler and BJ Duval because I know it's going to be one of you two.
Well, it will definitely be one of us, or both of us, or three of us, because I know several. Actually, it might be a lot of us. I know several people with Flow Racing.
Well, thanks. Make me feel great.
You're quite welcome. And when they come back, we'll just say, well, it's a trend that started on iRacing. We're throwing hashtag blame Alex in the chat. We're drawing people over to you. Exactly. It's propaganda. It is just like you can't park there. A lot of people know it. A lot of people hear it. But what they don't realize is that started here on Ultimate Dirt TV with Brett. Do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have it? Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah. We can't see it, but it's Platsy's Presents, right?
Power Plat's presentation.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Power Plat's presentation. You can't park there. I couldn't remember. I'm sorry. Power Plat's presentation. Yeah. I should know it.
We've said it multiple times here.
This is true. Hey, me and Brett even said it on our own streams, and I still couldn't remember it. Power Plat's presentation. You can't park there. And hashtag blame Alex.
So, BJ Duval, with this caution, I think they should be good to go the rest of the stage.
Well, yes, they are for sure good to go on fuel for the remainder of the stage. What I'm slightly confused about is I don't see. Oh, yeah, I see him flashing. I was going to say I didn't see the lights on the pace car. Jim, I'm going to once again choose the outside line here.
The big, interesting one is how good is everyone's tires. Yes, I am a tire guy. I love tires because guess what? At this racetrack, I've burned through enough tires during these races.
If you love tires, you might be happy to know that I just cut a bunch of them up with Salsall today.
It's not okay.
But Jim Ott choosing the outside. It's going to put the Cornerstone guys nose to tail on the inside. Our points a leader and second in points side by side as they have been throughout the entire race so far. Every single restart has been these two guys side by side, Jim Ott and James Silvers. Silver's trying to keep Jim Ott in his line of sight. It's very difficult to do here on iRacing, especially if you're not in VR or have trouble monitors to look to your right side and see where that car's at. So seeing them lay back like that is a very common thing when the leader chooses the outside, coming to the Geico restart zone. Now Jim Ott leading the way. Green flag is out. Excellent start for Jim Ott. Got right about half car length lead over James Silvers across the stripe. Silvers going to move up. Radburn Shutter's going to move up to continue in that third position. Crossing back under is going to be Jordan Slater. He's looking to take that third spot back.
Slater's on the bottom looked really good there in that corner. Now it's an interesting thing. Let's see who gets the race lead. Here's that battle for the race lead now. Silvers and Ott there. Silvers trying to go to the bottom side. Not the run there for Silvers, as there you see Shutters right now. Shutter's going to hold on to that third spot for a little bit here, but Slater's getting a good corner out of it, and here's 1 and 2. Here's where he gets the real good run, and he gets it again to take back the third spot, but now he needs to carry the momentum down the backstretch into turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, every single time they go through a turn, Slater gets just a little bit further forward. Not going to be so here in turns number 3 and 4. They're going to hold almost dead even through 3 and 4. That's going to give the momentum run to Radburn Shutters off the corner. Shutters right about half a car ahead of Slater right there for that third spot. Slater, look at the way he enters into turn number 1. It's got a lot to do with the reason that he is able to get these runs through the corner, especially in turn number 1. He enters right up against Radburn Shutters, and it dives quickly to the inside, using that banking to his advantage, getting the momentum off of it. But Radburn Shutters going to cross him over, come back to the inside. We'll see if he can make it work the same way that Jordan Slater does. Very close right there at the stripe. I'm having contact between those two drivers. Radburn Shutters going to suck right up to his door through turns number 1 and 2.
So it's interesting to see here. Slater, it was a tale of two different turns there. Slater in 1 and 2 on the bottom looked fantastic, but you see how he had to go up top in 3 and 4 because he knew he didn't have enough in 3 and 4. And now Shutters, he's going to pay the price of going on the bottom in 3 and 4 there, as now he gets passed there by Mo Abbott. So now let's see what Shutters does, and it looks like he's going to fall back in line here. So Shutters now loses 2 spots. Mo Abbott up 12 spots into that 4th spot.
And a big checkup for Shutters right there. Slowed way down in turns 1 and 2. But Mo Abbott, look at him charging. Look at the speed he's got coming down the back straight. He's going to dive to the inside of Jordan Slater for that 3rd position. Abbott, very, very quick on entry right there. Let's see how much he can maintain coming off the corner. He sticks to the middle of the track. Slater up top. Man, Mo Abbott still continuing a lot of momentum. Slater had to back out of it to stay out of the wall through the middle of the turn. Mo Abbott's not done yet. He's going to take a look at James Silvers now as he takes over that 3rd spot.
And Mo Abbott showing that sneaky fast speed that we see a lot of guys have done over the past 2 nights here at Kansas in the trucks and now Xfinity cars, is they start mid-pack to the back and they sneak their way up front and make some noise then near the end of the stages. And that's what Mo Abbott's doing right now because he's closing in on a battle for second, but before he can do it, caution flag is out.
Yeah.
So now...
Caution flag flies. I think it's worth taking a look at Justin Reinsettle possibly, and Bryce Hunter right there. You see the 9 of Bryce Hunter coming around lap traffic. It's going to be the 34 to the inside. Just squeezes them a little bit too much, ran out of room. And the 9 of Bryce Hunter got contact to the rear end going around. Not the way he wanted that one to go. You see a little bit of damage to the rear end of that number 9 machine. Now we'll go back, take another look at this. That's the 76 of Mikey Neal Jr. right there, one of our Cup Series drivers. He now has damage to the nose of the car. The 28 of Alex Carr involved as well. The 25 of Greg Carr gets a little bit on his. Good save by pretty much everybody involved right there. Great job by everybody to keep the cars from going all the way around. Got him pointed back straight and kept going.
I'm going to give a 10 out of 10 on Alex Carr there because that was a dirt move, if I've ever seen one. Turn, just hold it right. Just hold it all the way right, and you will save that car.
We do all love our dirt over here on UDTV. I mean, this is Ultimate Dirt TV, and 4 cars coming down pit road, and it's going to be Chuck Gentile, Alex Carr, Greg Carr, Dustin Reinstead will all come down pit road. Chuck Gentile already on his way out. He took 4 tires and fuel. Alex Carr, Greg Carr, Dustin Reinstead still on pit road, taking some damage repairs. Alex Carr now on his way out. 28-second pit stop for Alex Carr. Greg Carr, 41-second pit stop. Dustin Reinstead still waiting to see if or when he is going to come out of pit road. He's already over 40 seconds.
EJ, I'm disappointed in you.
And there he comes on his way out of pit road. What, huh?
You didn't get my reference when I said about Alex Carr's save. It was a Cars reference. Because that is exactly... Turn right to go left. I forgot you're older than me.
I am old. Thanks for reminding me.
Of course.
But lights are, I believe, out on the pace car. I'm going to look on my end. Lights are, in fact, out on the pace car. Jim Ott going to choose the outside once again. Talk about some big movers here early in this race. 10 laps ago, when we go back to green for the stage, Wes Wiggin back in 14th position is up 20 spots since the start of this race. Behind him, you got Robbie Richards up 10 spots. Scott Fritz up 15. Bobby Mays up 15. Right ahead of them, you've got Adam Lancaster in that 11th position, up 19 spots. A lot of big movers in this race, a lot like we saw last night in the truck series. As we wait now for the pace car to make that hard left-hand turn. Jim Ott brings us back to the green flag.
And what is it? Top 10 get stage points?
Top 10 get stage points. Green flag is out for Jim Ott. Not as good a start as we've been seeing him get, but down the front straight away, James Silvers is not going to have the momentum to stick with him. Jim Ott immediately out to right about a 2-car length lead heading down into turn number 1. Mo Abbott's going to fight now for that second position. He was getting some good runs coming to that last caution. Now he sits fighting for that second position on the inside. Inside lines has not been where it's at for him. He's going to have to fall back in line behind James Silvers.
So Abbott there trying to battle for that second spot there. Slater not far behind there as Jordan Slater in the 4th spot. You talked about Adam Lancaster moving up. He is now up to the 10th spot. He's up 20 spots into the 10th spot here. That would get him a stage point, but now it's time to work his way for some more stage points as he is 10th. But there's some more passing going on in the mid-pack here as shuffling through the top 10 here. Tony Iverson up to the 7th spot here as well.
Yeah, Adam Lancaster is always a threat. It is always a threat when it comes to Xfinity. Last season, if I'm remembering correctly, he was the regular season points winner, but not able to come home with the championship throughout the playoff bracket. Right there, you see him get a little contact with the wall. He's going to drop back from Kyle Mays and James Harrison just up ahead of him. Those two drivers battling for position, but Kyle Mays is going to get the better of the position right behind Adam Lancaster, Scott Fritz, Sean Kostritza, Michael Robinson was battling for that position. Here comes Adam Lancaster taking a look to the outside of James Harrison.
So battles throughout here, closing in on this stage break there. As you see the battles there between Harrison and Lancaster, as well as Iverson, Mays right there as well. Those two side by side, 55 there and the 74 going at it there. 72 there going at it. The 72 machine of Iverson holding on to the 7th spot. And now going after that 3 machine of Shutters. And Shutters now, he's back to the 6th spot there. So a little bit surprising for that 3 machine who was battling in the top 5. Now he's outside, and he's looking to just hold on to a 6th spot.
And we heard drivers talk about it last night with the trucks, how the dirty air affects the truck very, very badly, making them very tight. I'm wondering if that's the same here for the Xfinity cars tonight. It's not very often we see Radburn and Shutters struggling to stay inside the top 3, struggling to stay in a battle for the race lead like we are here tonight. But he's still doing a fantastic job, still staying right there within striking distance of this race as we're currently down to 5 laps to go to the end of the stage. He's still right there within striking distance of the stage and stage points position. But look at Tony Ashton battling Kyle Mays for that 7th position. Tony Iverson, relatively quieter driver throughout the last season, is now making a name for himself, now starting to push his way forward and make himself known. Battle going now between Brad Gebhardt, battle going for that 5th spot for Brad Gebhardt and Radburn Shutters. Shutters now starting to motor his way forward. I can't help but wonder now, looking at the way he's running, if he wasn't in tire save mode. Here comes Tony Iverson to the inside of Gebhardt now.
And there's 2 different questions here. Did Shutters save his tires, or did Gebhardt push his tires too much? Because now you see Iverson got by Gebhardt pretty easy there. And the 55 is bringing more cars there of Mays and Lancaster. They're catching up to Gebhardt very quickly here. So that 44 machine might have burned up his tires.
Definitely a good chance that he burned his tires up. Definitely a good chance that he just made a mistake and is still in the process of recovering. Doesn't want to push too quickly after making a mistake either, because if you do, a lot of times your tires will break loose. A lot of times you end up causing contact, but it looks as though there might be a little bit of right front damage on that number 44. And caution flag's going to wave. It's going to be the 33 of James Silver's involved in that one. I'm not sure who the other car was. Jordan Slater in the 92. Those two drivers have been fighting for a top 2, top 3 position the entire race, it seems like. And now, heavy damage to the right rear of Jordan Slater. We'll take a look at the instant replay here. Jordan Slater on screen right there. There's Mo Abbott and James Silver to the left of your screen. Abbott just squeezes Silver's up right there. And a shot to the rear from Jordan Slater, just nowhere to go. We'll watch Mo Abbott right here. We saw him fight on that center line earlier, fighting for the position. It actually looks right there like James Silvers came down into him. Mo Abbott looks like he held his line through the center just by watching the dotted line around the track. Silvers come down and got into the left side of Mo Abbott. We'll see what race control rules on this one, but Abbott, if this is going to end the stage break. I missed what our top 10 was coming to that stage break because everybody's down pit road and it's shuffling positions all around. But we know that Jim Ott won the stage, and we'll have to get confirmation from our race control as to what the official stage results were. But Jim Ott coming home with those 10 points for the regular season, plus 1 bonus playoff point to head into round 1 of the playoffs.
BJ Duvall, when I looked when that caution came out, it looked like World of Thunder Esports car made it into the top 10 by a slim margin there as he crossed the line as the caution came out. So I want to say there's a World of Thunder car getting some stage points.
Yeah, there's a very good chance of that. And if I'm remembering correctly, I'm actually going to go back and confirm this, but I believe he sits within a top 5 position. No, he sits just outside the top 5 at 7th in point. Sean Kostritza. And again, all of us here very involved in World of Thunder, so that would explain why Alex, Brett, and I would all always be excited to see drivers such as Sean Kostritza and Robbie Richards doing well. Richards sits right outside of a top 10 position in 11th spot right now, also having a very good night. He's had a monkey on his back for a couple of seasons. It seems like every time he works his way forward, something seems to go wrong. He just happens to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's got to try to get the monkey off his back, but race control is going to delay the green flag here.
And I might be wrong. Don't hold me to it. I might be wrong, but actually, I'm pretty sure both of them made it within the top 10 when that caution came out. So there might be 2 cars getting stage points in that one, but there were some big movers. And talk about it right now. You know, Lancaster, he got some stage. I think he went up and finished maybe 8th in the stage. So some big movers there. Lancaster going to start like 10th, 9th, or 10th. He's up 20 spots. Robbie Richards up 14 spots. Wes Wiggin up 21 spots. So there's some big movers throughout here as we are, at the stage break here. And fresh tires, this might get very good very quickly. And there might be some big battles within the top 5, top 10.
That there definitely could be. And one driver that did not pit during that stage break, Chuck Gentile, he's our current race leader. He did not pit on the stage break. He's got 10 lap older tires. He pitted on lap number 36. I'm interested in seeing just how the 10 laps on these tires make a difference for these guys and just what track position will do for them. Like I said, last night we heard in the interviews drivers talking about the dirty air having such a massive effect on these guys. I'm really curious to see exactly what the outcome, what the result of this is going to be. And I might be wrong. It might be Jim Oscourt as the race leader, which confuses me if I'm completely honest with you, because Chuck Gentile not pitting should have put him in a race lead.
But now, are they? Are there going to be?
No, I'm showing on iRacing scoring that Gentile is the race leader. Yes, Chuck Gentile is in fact the race leader.
Is there points for laps led? Like, if you lead a lap, is there any points involved in that one?
No, not that I've ever heard.
No, some do it. That's why I thought I'd double check, because some guys will stay out just to get extra points. But green flag is back out here, or it is.
It is.
Just a little slower of a start there.
A little bit slower on the start, and Gentile did not get out to the rocketing start that we've seen the likes of Jim Ott and James Silvers do. Speaking of James Silvers, after that incident, he's mired way back in the field now in 29th. But look at him going 3 wide now into turn number 3. They're going to double it back out. Kyle Mays and Radburn Shutter's going to make their way past Tony Iverson right there in the 72. James Harrison looking to try to get back into the mix of this, but the battle ensues between Radburn Shutters and Kyle Mays. Mays the inside is going to have the position through turn number 1. Coming out of turn number 2, fresh tires are going to show you just what that inside line can do. Kyle Mays, excellent run off the corner. It's going to continue to maintain that 4th position. Now fight for 3rd.
As the fights continue here, but you said about Gentile not getting the best start might have something to do with the tires. Plus, there's some damage on that car too, as if you looked at the back of that machine, there was some damage on that 88 machine. Tell there's some bent parts in the back of that car, as now he has company, because here comes the 55 of Kyle Mays, and he's going to go right to the inside here and try and get by that 88 machine, and he does pretty much very easily, does he, there at the end of the corner here. So right now, Gentile's going to have more company, because guys like Gebhardt, Iverson, Arison, Shutters, they're going to be gaining on him very quickly here with those fresh tires.
At 10 laps does seem to make a massive difference. Gentile about 3/10 off the pace, maybe even a little bit more, as here comes James Harrison, making it look easy, making it look like Gentile is sitting still. He's going to fly by, and he's going to bring Tony Iverson at 7-2 with him. Gentile up into the wall. Very close call for the 44 of Brad Gebhardt to squeeze by him. Now several more drivers, making him look like he's sitting still after that contact the wall. Alex Penn going to get pinned behind him. Adam Lancaster going to squeak by on the inside. Lancaster up 23 spots in that 7th position. Looking for more now as he takes a look to the inside of Radburn Shutters, making it look easy through 1 and 2 right there. We've seen it time and time again tonight. The inside of 1 and 2 still seems to be strong. 3 and 4 where they struggle a little bit more on the inside.
That was a gutsy call by Gentile there to not pit and take tires at the stage break there, and it looks to be costing him very much here, as now Gentile, remember, started the stage on the front row. Now he's back to the 10th spot here, so he's lost 10 spots in a matter of, what, 5-6 laps?
It hasn't taken very long at all, but a battle for the race lead. Kyle Mays had to back out of it through 1 and 2 right there, losing a lot of ground to Jim Ott. For the back, Brad Gebhardt trying to make a move on Tony Iverson. Iverson doing a fantastic job tonight, sits in that 4th spot. We've talked to Tony Iverson a little bit. He's been in the booth with us, caught a couple races with us. He's always a pleasure to talk to. If you ever get a chance to talk to him, you might want to take that chance and talk to Tony Iverson. He's a fantastic guy, a real nice guy. It's always fun to have him in the booth, and tonight he is doing a fantastic job finding himself inside the top 5. Bobby Mays in the 2, now looking to make his way towards a top 10, sits in that 10th position as he made his way around Chuck Gentile. Gentile going to continue losing even more spots. The 76 of Mikey Neal Jr., one of our Cup drivers last season, the winningest driver in the Cup Series, 2nd winningest driver across the board. And tonight he graces us with his presence here in the Xfinity Series. Caution flag's going to wave again. I have a feeling it's going to have something to do with the 188 of Wes Wiggins. Look at the 48 of Mo Abbott, possibly. actually looks like Scott Fritz looking to go around Mo Abbott. There comes down into Kastritza. Kastritza hooked up into Mo Abbott. Or if there's a possible pick move coming for Sean Kastritza, trying to squeeze Fritz up there to force that issue there. Take a look at it right here in slow motion. You see Mo Abbott up to the back bumper of Jeremiah Hobbs, backs off. Yeah, Fritz comes down to dodge Mo Abbott and Jeremiah Hobbs and try to make a move and just hooks the 46 up into the 48 of Mo Abbott. Kastritza able to save the car and continue on. Very minimal damage to that number 48 machine. That's good. I'd hate to send a bill to Scott Fritz. Steve's not here to do it, so I'd have to send him a bill. So lights are still on the pace car, waiting to see just what the call is. Ray Campbell, Todd Mays, Twitty, Mo Abbott, Sean Kastritza, and Scott Fritz all bring it down pit road here under this caution break. Sean Kastritza on his way back out now. He took a 41-second pit stop. Campbell took a 16-second pit stop. I'm not sure if he took damages or if he took 4 tires and fuel. And it does sound as though they're going to rule the 0-1 of Scott Fritz at fault for this caution and send him to the rear of the field. It's understandable call, but at the same time, Scott Fritz was just trying to make evasive maneuvers and take a chance. He knew that there was a car underneath him. He went to go under, did not realize that he did not have enough room to do so. Sean Kastritz a little closer than what he thought, and leading to that caution right there.
And the only good thing about these cautions right now is it's expanding the pit window.
Yeah, it definitely is. Halfway down, halfway to go. The pit window is expanding. It is changing. The pit strategy is going to be all over the place for a lot of these guys. With the likes of drivers like Travis Twitty came down with on that last lap to top off on fuel. Only a 5-second pit stop for him. Todd Mays did the same. These guys, they take that last second chance, dive down pit road, top off on fuel, line back up at the rear of the field, and take their shot at getting a longer run out of it. There's strategy calls that go all over the board when you have a lot of cautions like that, and it's always interesting to see who's able to make it work the best.
It's going to be interesting. It's always this sport. It's always a make or break decision. Pit strategies are always fun, and it's even better if you've ever listened to crew chiefs or spotters. It's always fun listening to them because they get very frustrated very quickly if their pit strategy goes by the wayside because something major happens and they have to change everything that they planned for.
Yeah, I know one thing I always plan for whenever I run the asphalt, not that I do it very often, there's probably a mistake to do it, but I always plan for flag-to-flag race for pit stops. I make the fewest amount of pit stops as possible to lose as little time as possible on pit road. So when the cautions start flying and everybody starts pitting, everybody starts taking tires at different times, everything goes to the wayside. All the plans, all your plans are gone. But coming back to the green, rolling through turns 3 and 4 right now, Jim Ott chose the inside for the restart, just waiting on the iRacing official pace car to come down on the inside, and he does so. Jim Ott now bringing us the Back to the restart zone. There is the Geico restart zone. There's the green flag. And look at the leap for Jim Ott. Kyle Mays caught sleeping right there. Jason Harrison making a move to the inside for that second position on Kyle Mays immediately down into turn number 1.
Mays there in that 55 machine. You see him now. He's going to try and close in on that 74 of Jason Harrison. Harrison right there in front is there. You see the 17 machine of Adam Lancaster. He's been on a move there, and now he is up into the 4th spot there, making a little bit of a 2-for-1 move there. Got by the 72 of Iverson and the 44 of Gebhardt. So now that 17 machine there of Lancaster up into the 4th, and now you see the 72 machine of Iverson going to try and make a 2-for-1 move, but Lancaster up top there just looks too strong.
Yeah, Iverson making some of the best moves I've ever seen him make out here at Kansas tonight, doing a fantastic job staying right around that top 5 position. But Lancaster's a man on a mission. Brad Gebhardt up into the wall. He's going to lose several positions here now, falling all the way back into 9th and now losing more as Jeremiah Hobbs goes to the outside. Brad Gebhardt's going to try to come to the inside and slow this digression down as the 76 of Mikey Neal Jr. got locked behind him right there. It's battle now for that 7th position between Alex Penn and World of Thunder Racing driver Robbie Richards to his inside. Brett gets a close-up of that car. He'll get all sorts of excited again.
There you
He says, I will, give me a sec. We're still battling side by side at the front, down the front straightaway at the stripe. It was Alex Penn, Robbie Richards with the momentum into the corner on the inside, but coming off the turn on the outside, you're able to keep up so much more speed. Look at the run down the back straightaway for Alex Penn. Fantastic job. Tony Iverson battling with Adam Lancaster. He's going to take over that 4th spot.
So Richards, now you are on the back. You see Robbie Richards' car, and you see Jeremiah Hobbs, Brad Gebhardt there, Mikey Neal Jr. As there was a, there looked like someone hit the wall, and it was Hobbs. As you see it, there, there is our.
He's got a tire missing. Can we get a look at that suspension? Let's make sure he's running everything appropriate here. Yep. All looks good. All looks clear. Where are his tires? Where are any of his tires? We're looking at a hover car here. He's got no rear glass either.
It's the future, and the future is now. And the future's name is Robbie Richards.
Oh boy. We're looking at a hover car, ladies and gentlemen.
Go ahead, Bo, man. I'm run me over. Go.
Oh, car's going around down the back straightaway. Caution flag is going to fly, and tempers are flying already. I have a feeling that the 33 of James Silvers was once again involved in this one. Dustin Ryan settled possibly in the 069. Oh, squeeze up the outside. 3 wide, just squeezes Michael Robinson up the outside wall. Bryce Hunter getting the short end of the stick. That's going to be Slater on the inside. See him just slide up right there as Bryce Hunter got to run to those outside, just squeezed them up. And squeezed both of them into each other, into the outside wall. Bryce Hunter got the short end of the stick. Around he goes down into the infield. Hunter has not had the season he's looked for. He's found his way up towards the front several times, but only made it to the podium one time this season that I can recall. So unfortunate for Bryce Hunter to go around once again.
Well, BJ Duvall, it's not short track racing, so I can't say it's short track racing, bud. But we're on a trend right now. That's not the trend off.
Hashtag blame Alex. This is Alex's fault. Bryce, you know who to blame later.
But I'm noticing a trend that we are literally getting a caution every 10 laps.
Yeah, right about that. Right about every 10 laps. But 3 drivers, and only 3 drivers do not pit this time around. It's going to be Mikey Neal Jr., Chuck Gentile, Matt Campbell did not come down pit road. And coming off of pit road first is going to be Brad Gebhardt, followed by Sean Kostritza. The first two drivers off pit road is going to put World Thunder Racing driver in that 5th position. And up 17 spots right behind him is the 188 of West Wigan, up 28 spots. So inside the top 5, we have 3 drivers up double digits, 2 of them up 20-plus positions. That's going to be Mike Neal Jr. and Chuck Gentile. And then Sean Kostritz up 17 positions.
Yeah, when we go back to the green flag, we'll be on lap, what, 72?
What?
When we go back green, we'll be on, what, lap 72?
Right about lap 72, and let's not forget on lap 74, we're also going to take a moment of silence in remembrance of Kenneth McMillian, Stephen McMillion's father, just to give honor and respect to Steve and his family for everything that Steve has done in the community. Again, on lap 87, we'll take a moment of silence for those laps. I'm just sitting here looking at the, speaking of laps, I'm sitting here taking a look at the pit laps, and Mike Neal Jr. has not pitted since lap number 47. He's on considerably older tires in his tied number 76 machine. I'm really surprised to not see him come down pit road, but hey, he knows something we don't know. He's not the winningest driver last season in the Cup Series for nothing. And let's see just what his decisions are as he's going to choose the outside for the restart. He's got a little bit of nose damage on that number 76 as well. Interested to see how much that's going to affect him.
See, Chuck Gentile, I knew his, 9 laps difference. Sean Kostritza, it says lap 59 he pitted.
Yeah.
So
I see him come out of pit road. I wonder if he just drove through, because it's showing the same for Matt Campbell. I wonder if these two drivers just drove through pit road, came back on track.
Maybe a drive-through penalty?
I can't serve drive-through penalties under caution flags. So I'm not real sure. Lights do go out, so we'll be going back to green on lap number 73. Mike Neal Jr. to the outside. Chuck Gentile will be lined up on his inside. Gebhardt, Campbell, row 2. Kostritza, Wigan, row 3. A lot of big movers up towards the front of this pack right now, and a lot of older tires. Mikey Neal Jr., lap 47 last pitted. Chuck Gentile, lap 60 last pitted. Brad Gebhardt, lap 69 with everybody else just pitted. Matt Campbell, West Wigan, Sean Kostritza, all these guys with earlier pits than everybody else on the field. It's be interesting to see just what happens here.
Don't miss a shift.
That is for certain. Pace cars off, green flags out. Mikey Neal Jr. with an excellent start around the outside right here. Immediately off to several car length lead as he heads down into turn number 1. Right off the bat, half a second ahead. As Mikey Neal Jr. leads the way down the back straightaway, drivers juking and jiving all over the place for a position. Brad Gebhardt finds himself in that 3rd spot. Matt Campbell taking a look to his inside as we come out of turn number 4. Lap 73 will be in the books. We're going to go ahead and take a moment of silence for lap 74 in remembrance of Kenneth McMillian, Stephen McMillion's father. And coming across to the stripe, Mikey Neal Jr. continues to lead the way. Thank you, everybody, for showing your respects for such a great icon to esports in the dirt side of things. Steve McMillion's father, Steve McMillan, the founder of World of Thunder. Been going strong for 6 years in the biggest series. Really, truly, if you look at the numbers, it is the biggest series by members in the entire racing world, both sim racing and real life racing, with over 1,800 members. So thank you everybody for showing support for Stephen McMillan and joining us in that moment of silence as we continue to look on track right now. Battles going all over the place. Adam Lancaster going to work his way around Mikey Neal Jr. Mikey Neal now finally starting to lose position. A little bit of contact there between Kyle Mays and Mikey Neal Jr. Neal now looking to fall back into fourth. Kyle Mays the last time around at the stripe set the fastest lap of the race overall. And caution flag is now going to wave here on lap number 77. Jason Harrison gonna be involved in this one here. We'll take a look at the instant replay. Take a look at the 74. You see him on the outside right there, on the outside of the 72 of Tony Iverson. Oh, looks like a little bit of contact there coming across the stripe. Two drivers fighting for the same piece of real estate. Harrison probably expecting Iverson to go to the apron. Iverson probably expecting Harrison to stay up higher. Two drivers aiming for the same piece of real estate, and contact was made. But just looking at the lines there, I'd have to say Harrison came down into Iverson. Iverson just stuck it right to that apron stripe right there. I'll be interested to see what race control calls on this one as well. But Harrison going around the getting the worst end of the deal on that one there as well. But I believe that one there is going to have to fall back on this 74 of Jason Harrison.
Can we just talk about Adam Lancaster plus 29 spots?
Adam Lancaster is always a threat to anybody that comes out here. You know, between he and Radburn Shutter, Shutter's not having the night that he would have liked to have had, but seeing Adam Lancaster out here running up front, I'm just going to say it is no surprise. No matter where he starts in the field, it is no surprise, and what a fantastic job he's doing to be up 29 positions, sitting in the race lead. He is the biggest mover and your current race leader here on lap number 79 as we continue pacing under caution. We're at around half the field coming down pit road from 18th position back to 31st. All going down pit road. They're going to get their fuel and tires. Mikey Neal Jr. going to get a little bit of repairs done to that number 76. We saw the damages to the front of that car, and he was still able to lead for all that time. If he gets all those damages repaired, how much of a threat you think he could possibly be out here, Alex?
Oh, it's these cars at 100% and how well he's driven, he's going to be a threat. Chuck Gentile, now it's going to be interesting because we saw how the tires are. Now it's 10 lap, heck, it's almost 20 lap old tires for him. Will these tires hold up?
It's definitely a good question. His last pit was on lap number 60. He took not only fuel and tires, he took some repairs as well. Everybody else on 69 or later, everybody pitting under this pit stop, lap 78, 79. Definitely some interesting strategies going on across the board. Chuck Gentile, another thing to keep in mind, he's got 3 pit stops. He may have taken 3 sets of tires. He may not have any other choice but to run on what he's got. You have 4 sets of tires in these races. You start on 1, you have 3 in the pits. If he just forgot to untick them when he went down pit road, he might be out of tires already.
And I don't even look. Even if you conserve tires enough, you're not going to have tires by the end of this race.
No, absolutely not. Adam Lancaster going to choose the inside for this restart. Only the second time we've seen anybody choose the inside tonight. He's going to put Kyle Mays to the outside. Chuck Gentile at Jim Ott, row 2. Tony Iverson, Radburn Shutters, row 3. Robbie Richards, Tyler Evans, row 4. Bobby Mays and Jordan Slater, row 5. That will round out your top 10. Here coming back to the green flag, and I have hiccups.
The only thing that might help Chuck Gentile is the cautions. Let's be honest here. The only thing that might help him is cautions, because you're not burning your tires as much as you are going green flag, especially being in the top 5. Your caution flags, you're not burning tires.
I don't know. I've done it in New Hampshire on the Gen 6. I drove to the front, even led laps on 60-lap old tires while everybody else on track had replaced their tires too. Sometimes, some of them even 3 times throughout that race. I led laps on 60-lap old tires. I didn't want to replace them. I felt good.
It's New Hampshire.
The lights are out on the pace car. Adam Lancaster leading them down the back straightaway. I mean, he's warming his tires up right now, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little surprised to see that, because it does put wear on the tires, and he didn't get fresh tires, so he's gonna have some heat in them already. So a little surprised to see him warming them up as he rolls through turns 3 and 4. Looking to see that pace car make that hard left-hand turn off of turn number 4, and right there he goes. Adam Lancaster bringing him back to the Geico restart zone. There's the restart zone. Lancaster off to a good start immediately. Up to about a car length and a half over Kyle May. He's going to slap the top of the track. Chuck Gentile, the driver in question for tires. He's going to fall back to that 4th spot. Here comes Jim Ott around his outside. And caution flag's going to fly once again. Jim Ott showing his displeasure over the radio. Jason Ayerson in the 74. I expect to see involved in this one here. Take a look at our NRA instant replay. We're looking at Blake Hensley in the 31. Green flag is out right here. The 34 in front of him. Oh no! Oh no! Holy cow! What a ride for Sean Kostritza. So the 44 Brad Gebhardt and the 40 are going to make contact here. And I'm not seeing a 40 on time of scoring, so I'm not real sure who that is. So contacts made. Wes Wiggin in the 180 and scored as the 188. He's going to slide up the track straight into Sean Kostritza. Flipping Sean Kostritza. He's going to flip and spin like a top on the track. He's going to slide for long ways upside down. That is not what I want to see. Oh boy, here we go. On board with Sean Kostritza. Now let's take a look. And I have a feeling here in a minute, yep, we're going to get to see underneath of the speedway for a split second. Definitely not where anybody wants to be. And I guess better the bill's written up for that number 46 machine. Brad Gebhardt being recorded for that caution. And boom. And sparks just a flying. That is never a pleasant view. There we go. Well, oh, maybe not. Our button box seeming to be stuck. There we go. Now we're back to live pictures. Brett Wheeler working some magic very quickly. Got it fixed. Andy's still awake.
Impressive.
At 84 laps in the book, starting lap number 85. Adam Lancaster up 29 spots, continues to lead this race. Kyle Mays, Jim Ott, Chuck Gentile, Radburn Shutters, your top 5. Gentile, what a job he's doing to hang on to a top 5 position with 9-lap older tires and everybody else out there on the track. If you just hang on a little bit longer, you've got to be getting close to the evening part where everybody else's tires are going to kind of plateau and level off with his for a little while. That would be ideal for him. The caution is definitely playing into his favor on the older tires.
For now.
For now.
That's the biggest thing. For now.
Well, bring up the timing tower, and there should be an option to tell you how many cautions we have had, and that will we can multiply that by 4, and that should be how many caution laps we've turned. So 9 cautions, 8 cautions in the race. One of those cautions being no, because actually our stage break ended on an actual caution. So 9 cautions in this race, 36 total pace laps once we come back to green. 85 laps in the books now on lap number 86. Lights, I do believe, are out on the pace car.
Well, thanks, Brett.
Ooh, it was Brett this time, the awning.
That is not okay. Brett Wheeler starts yawning. That means it's contagious. And BJ Duval, who's next?
You. I just want to say that last night in the broadcast, I only yawned one time, and y'all just got stuck with it.
I want to hear it.
But Adam Lancaster looking to bring us back to the Geico restart zone. Page going to be making that hard left-hand turn here in just a moment. Alex, bring it back.
Thanks, Brett.
Alex, bring us back to the green.
Oh, well, thanks, BJ. As now I'm getting thrown on the bus, but green flag is back out here. 86 laps in the book here, and talk about a great jump for that 17 machine of Lancaster. As now here we go, battle for the second spot, and that is Ott and Mays going at it right now. Ott holding on there, so Ott back where he started. Shutters back where he started for the time being as he's battling for that third spot. Remember that 3 machine did not start there.
Radburn Shutters, and everybody's going to hang on to it. What a job for everybody to get by Radburn Shutters. Impressive amount of driving right there for everybody. Wow, as we look up in front, Chuck Gentile 3 wide behind him. That is for the 5th, 6th, and 7th position. Tyler Evans going to get the momentum off the corner. Oh no, Chuck Gentile up into Tyler Evans, pinching Tyler Evans up into the wall. Evans immediately showing his displeasure over that one. Oh man. And Robbie Richards, the monkey, has not gotten off of his back. Oh man, hard hit to his right rear from. Ooh. As Brett said, how you doing? a little bit of saying hello there. Ooh, Tony Iverson clips the back of Chuck Gentile, clips the right rear of Robbie Richards. Robbie Richards gets set sailing. Matt Campbell gets involved, catches Robbie Richards. Several drivers involved in this one here. And Alex, I have a feeling you've been calling it this whole time. I have a feeling the older tires were breaking loose and shoving that 88 car up the track. Or the 80. What number is he? 80? The 88 car up the track.
Is it worse that the guy who's been here almost all season doesn't know numbers, but yet me and Brett Wheeler have been here for what?
To be fair, I have called Chuck Gentile the 80 many times throughout the season.
You say to be fair like you want me to sing it like Letterkenny over here, bud.
To be fair.
Yes.
Yes. So we'll be right back after these quick messages from our sponsors here at UDTV. And welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. Still rolling here with the Bluegrass Xfinity Series. 91 laps about to be in the books, going on to lap 92 in just a moment. Adam Lancaster rolling through turns number 3 and 4. And what a race that Adam Lancaster's been having. Alex up 29 spots, just quietly worked his way through the field. Now sits as the race leader and in prime position with just 30 laps to go, about to be 29 to go.
Gonna get good. I always say it's gonna get good, and guess what? It usually does. So let's see if this continues. And BJ Duval, the sad part is at the pace we're going, we're gonna have a green-white checker tonight.
Well, duh. I knew we would. We could have had a caution-free race until lap 119. I know we'd have had a caution.
It's gonna get fun tonight.
Lights are out on the pace car. Lancaster on row 1, Mays Penn row 2, Shutter Slater row 3, Silvers Robinson row 4, Hunter Merriam row 5. That is your top 10. You see Radburn Shutters warming his tires once again, looking to get that extra grip on the restart. So far it's worked for him. A little surprised to see it be so effective, but so far it has in fact worked for him, and he's got that launch that he's been looking for. I'm going to let Alex bring it back to green once again.
Sorry, I was taking care of owner stuff there. So pace car is in. And the green flag is out. And Lancaster with another great jump there as, oh boy. That's actually a big jump on Ott. There is now Mays. He looks to take advantage of this one here as Mays has company, though, with Penn Slater. As Slater he came back out of nowhere because Slater hasn't been in the top 5 for a while.
He worked his way back forward, silently working his way back forward in that number 92 machine to make his way back into the top 5. But here comes around his outside. Radburn Shutters looking to stick his hat back in the mix and work back forward and keep himself inside race contentions here as we look a little further back. We get the 5 of Dylan Merriam to the inside of Scott Fritz. He's going to get his nose cut off right there and get checked up by the 9 of Bryce Hunter. It's going to open the door for Scott Fritz around his outside. Looking on back, Justin Ray's got heavy pressure from behind from Brad Gebhardt. Gebhardt looking to make his way back forward after an earlier incident in the race. Got himself up in the wall, dropped several positions back, as well as several other incidences throughout the race, getting the EOL penalty for causing a caution, everything. Now he's working his way back forward in that number 44 machine. Justin Ray looking to follow him right behind.
As cars beginning to battle out, Gebhardt there as the 44 machine of Gebhardt. He's trying to get by a car. There is now there. You see the 9 machine of Bryce Hunter. Hunter there going to cut up the track, but gives him a line here. So side-by-side battle there between Hunter and Gebhardt. And that is going to be your battle there for the 13th position. Give it to the 44 of Gebhardt.
Yeah, Hunter looked like he tried to squeeze Gebhardt a little bit there, force him to check up. Just did not work for him as Bryce Hunter found his way right down to the inside and right on past him. Right around the outside and right on past him, I mean. And now Bryce Hunter is under heavy pressure from the 38 of Justin Ray once again. Hunter taking a look at his tires. He does have slightly older tires than the cars around him, but it's only right about 5-6 laps older tires than the other drivers around him, so he is really struggling right now. Possibly burn him up, and the 25 right behind him gets loose. That's Greg Carr. He's been able to hang on to it there off turn number 2. Oh, looking for wide through turns 3 and 4. Greg Carr in 25 is going to check up, sees the position he's in. He checks up. The 34 is going to check up as well, give everybody room. Everybody's going to settle back down. What a move right there. What smart driving by drivers like Greg Carr right there to let out of it and give way to everybody else coming around him instead of keeping it 4 wide. Now looking right behind these guys coming to the inside. That's going to be the 42 looking to the inside of these guys here, trying to make his way back by. These are 4 positions, 17th through 22nd. Bryce Hunter right there in that 17th spot. He's got a hornet's nest of cars tracking him down from behind. Chuck Gentile, after his mishaps throughout the race, looking to try to fight his way back with the 42 of Todd Mays right there, right behind as well.
And while that battle was going on, we got a battle for the race lead here. Ott and Lancaster, those two have been swapping spots for the past 3-4 laps. And now here comes Mays, here comes Shutters. And now let's make it a 4-car battle for that race lead there, as it's Ott, Shutters, Lancaster, Mays, and even Alex Penn is right there as well. So make it almost a 5-car battle for the race lead here as we close in on 20 to go.
Everybody single files out, moves to the high side as they see Alex Carr down on the bottom side of the track, and they work their way by him safe and sound. Adam Lancaster's going to have to give way to Jim Ott. Jim Ott back to the race lead, but Radburn Shutters really wants to get back in the mix, showing his late race speed right now in that number 3 machine. I mentioned it earlier, the kind of speed that Radburn Shutters has late race, late run on tires. How he's able to maintain his pace, and right now you're seeing everybody else burning their tires off. Radburn Shutters fighting for that 2nd position now, and going to be looking for more out of this race if he can get past Adam Lancaster.
So battles are on here. Lancaster trying to hold at least a top 3 spot here, but Alex Penn there is right behind as well here. So Shutters and Lancaster, that's your battle for 2nd. Alex Penn right there in the 4th spot, but you see Jim Ott. Now, I think he's had the biggest gap between 1st and 2nd of the race right now, and it's with under 20 to go here, so 19 laps to go, and Jim Ott is starting to pull away from the 2nd place car of Radburn Shutters.
And those guys battling is exactly what Jim Ott wanted to see. Here comes Jordan Slater making more moves. He's made his way back into a top 5 position as he comes around Alex Penn. Alex Penn back up to his back bumper. He wants to get back into it. The 40 of Alex. Well, I said Penn, so maybe he said 30. I thought I heard him say 40, but Alex Penn, I believe, calling out a pit stop. Adam Lancaster's looking to come down this time as well. Not sure who all has called their pit stops out. James Harrison. So Alex Penn, Adam Lancaster, James Harrison coming down to 76. Mike Neal Jr. is on pit road. He's on his way out. Ryan Stedel on pit road on his way out. Greg Carr has been on pit road in his pit stop for over 20 seconds. Not so problems for that number 25 machine. So green flag pit stops for the first time tonight here, Alex, underway.
Looks like Lancaster there. It's about a 10-second, a little bit more. So Lancaster, 14 seconds. So for 4 tires there and gas. As now it's going to be interesting to see here. There you see Ott now and Shutters going into pit road here. So it's going to be interesting if we can keep an eye on some of these guys on pit road here. Do they take 2 tires? Do they take 4 tires here? And do some of them just take fuel? So you see cars getting just tires done, but these 2 guys have 2 of the first pit stalls. So let's see here as they pull into pit road.
Yep.
At least right side tires there. Well. So right side tires are going on. And now let's see here. Do they kick it? No, so they'll go left side tires. So 4 tires for your top guys now, as it's going to be interesting as a race off pit road for those 2 there. As Shutters takes odds. So I don't know.
Not real sure. I'm gonna take a look at this.
I don't know.
I did not see the left side of the car go up with a 13.7 second stop on pit road. Take a quick look at it here.
So Shutters must have had a penalty because it's just that right side that went off for Shutters. So Shutters must have been serving a penalty there because there you see Ott's, at least Ott. We saw both sides of Ott's cars go up. Shutters there, he's just sitting, so it must have been a penalty for Shutters now. But now it's getting down to the nitty-gritty here. 14 laps to go, and pit stops have become a thing here. Scott Fritz, though, he's your current race leader, but you see now with fresh tires, these cars are starting to move.
Yeah, and look at the speed difference for 4 tires versus 2 tires. Jim Ott all over the back bumper of Radburn. Shutters was looking there for a moment. It looked like he's going to use Adam Lancaster as a pick, but Lancaster had the momentum to keep in front of him. Ooh, that Lancaster got up in the wall and grazed the wall a little bit right there. A little bit of smoke coming off the car. Does not appear as though it hurt anybody right there in that situation, though. But looking down through drivers that have pitted, and Travis Twitty last pit on lap 89. There's a possibility that Travis Twitty... there's no way Travis Twitty's going to be able to make it on fuel and tires to be able to come home with this one here. So the first of our drivers that pitted throughout the entire pit cycle is going to be James Silvers. He's the first car in and back out. Last pit on lap 99. He'll be good to go to the end of the race. He is the leader of our cars that pitted right around that lap 100 mark. So James Silver's looking to become the race leader. But the 2 tire stop for Radburn Shutters, I'm going to revisit that subject here for a moment. Did he get his speeding pedal on his way in, recognize that he was going to have a 2-second slower pit stop, and opt for 2 tires to save on time? Because that penalty time doesn't start until the car is on the ground.
That is a big possibility, but on top of that, you see, oh boy, as now you see these cars are starting to move and move quickly there. And there's Shutters. There's a 17, that is, and Jim Ott also in the picture there as well. So these cars are starting to move. As you see the 01 of Scott Fritz there, I think Fritz is going to have to pit here because Fritz hasn't pit since 79. So it looks like Scott Fritz going to have to go on pit road, as well as the 42 machine of Todd Mays. He might be having to go to pit road as well here, or old tires falling in the issue for that 42 machine. So now when that cycle comes back, some new leaders will announce here. As there you see these cars they were a lap down because of green flag pit stops. So now the work begins here of who will become the new race leader.
And right now, James Silvers is leading the way for this pit cycle. Scott Fritz did come down pit road, as you were saying that. He called out his pit stop. He's on pit road right now. We know he's going to take 4 tires. Mo Abbott is on his way down pit road at the moment. Todd Mays, Bobby Mays, Jason Bridges, Justin Ray, Travis Twitty, Matt Campbell, and Tyler Evans. Ooh. And his left sides do not appear to go up on that number 01 machine. So, but all these drivers that still have not come down pit road, they've got to be banking for a caution right now. There's no way that the drivers that pitted around the 89-90 mark There's no possibility for these guys to make it the rest of the way on this race. I do not see it happen, but with 8 laps to go, these guys have to be praying for a caution to get down pit road, get fresh tires. But the problem is they're going to be mired back right around that 20th, possibly outside the top 20 position. And drivers like Jim Ott, James Silver's going to take over the race lead, and Jim Ott moves his way around James Silver's for that 8th position. Todd Mays, your current race leader, followed by Bobby Mays.
And you know what? Some of these guys, it's a gutsy call. We know it's a gutsy call here, but at this point, 7 laps to go. Forget it. Just go. Just make a break coming now. 7 laps to go. You might as well just go. Full send.
I wouldn't say full send right now. He's probably shutting the car off on entries or clutching it on entries when you need to slow the car down anyways, given everything he's got. Part of the reason he is so slow on the inside of the track. The closest driver to him being the 2 of Bobby Mays. He is about 3 seconds back. Jason Bridges right behind him, right about 3 seconds back as well. Travis Twitty about 7 seconds back from him. You can see right there just how slow he is going around the track. He is in full save mode. Can we get a look on board and watch his RPMs as he rolls down those straightaways and into the turns? Right now you see right around 7,500 RPMs. He is on the throttle right here. I'd say he's probably still not full throttle as he lets off of it right there. He's definitely not running full throttle based on his RPMs, but he did not clutch it through 1 and 2. A little surprised to see that. Didn't clutch it, didn't shut it off. Continue the same there. He's definitely not full throttle, but he is in heavy save mode as he's not even full throttle doing the straightaways out here.
DJ Duval, it feels like days of thunder about to happen right now, with Mays holding on right now. And remember, the closest guys right now is Jim Ott. They are still 24 seconds behind your race leader here. So everyone else before Jim Ott pit stops lap 90, 89, or 91. So that pit window there, they're going to push it till the end. They're going to try and do it here. And again, it's full send at this point. You know, it's not worth pitting until those tires blow or you run out of gas. It's not worth doing anything else except trying to win this race.
At this point in time, I'm going to have to agree with you. Jason Bridges made his way into that 2nd position. You saw him right there, got into the wall as the lap car of Dustin Reinstetter worked his way around him. Here comes the 5 of Dylan Merriam. Also a lap driver working his way around him. Bridges in full save mode. You see him just up on the high side of the track trying to let everybody go by. I think if I was him, I'd be taking the inside of the track, telling everybody to go. Take that shortest way around the track. It's the best way to save your fuel. You know, you don't want to travel any further than you absolutely have to, and you're in save mode. Just 2 laps remaining now for Todd Mays, and Jason Bridges is catching them by right about a half a second a lap.
And the scary part of it is, if one of these cars run out of fuel, all of them are running out of fuel at this point here. So now they are banking on not only themselves, but everyone else that has not pitted. Because if one runs, they all run. And then you're basically handing these top 5 positions to Ott, Shutters, Lancaster, and Gebhardt there. But right now, with 2 laps to go, white flag in the air, and this is where it's going to come down. Do they have the gas? Are the tires there? We're going to watch here. Mays, Bridges, Bobby Mays, Twitty, Campbell. That's your top 5 right now. All 5 guys have tried to push it till the end here. And who is going to take it home here? As there you see, Mays has been pulling away from Jason Bridges right now. And he's going into turn 3 and 4 here. And he turned it off. So let's see here. Can it hold? It's looking like it's going to hold, and the 42 machine of Todd Mays is going to risk it all and win it all here at Kansas.
What a strategy and what a fuel save mode. Oh no. Jason Bridges out of fuel. Was going to make it inside the top 3. Travis Twitty got 2nd. He's got it. Jason Bridges will come home in that 3rd spot. Todd Mays, Travis Twitty, Jason Bridges. What a job of these guys to save it. Jim Ott finds his way up to 4th. Radburn Shutters made his way back to a top 5. But holy cow, what a finish. What a fuel game these guys played.
Remember what I said. If one runs out, they all run out. And talk about the guys who slowed down. Bridges barely crosses the start-finish line. Then you look back, Kyle Mays runs out of gas. He drops back to 15th. Bobby Mays drops back to 17th. Matt Campbell drops back to 16th. So the rest of them ran out of gas.
Wow. What a race. What a finish. But coming home in fuel-saving fashion with the race win is the 42 of Todd Mays. Travis Twitty makes his way to the podium for, I believe, the first time in the last 2 seasons. I don't know if he's been there since before we took over on broadcast, but Travis Twitty makes his way to the podium in second spot. Jason Bridges, Jim Ott, Radburn Shutters, your top 5. Brad Gebhardt, Adam Lancaster, Mikey Neal Jr., Jordan Slater, Alex Penn, your top 10. Jeremiah Hobbs, James Silvers, Michael Robinson, Tony Iverson, your top 14. Kyle Mays running out your top 15. And then it's going to be Matt Campbell and Bobby Mays in 17th.
Dylan Merriam come home in 18th. 19th is Tyler Evans. Dustin Ryan settle in 20th. Bryce Hunter 21st. Justin Ray 22nd. Jason Arison in 23rd. Mo Abbott, that's 24th. 25th went to Chuck Gentile. Scott Fritz in 26th. Greg Carr, 27th. Wes Wiggin, that is 28th. Alex Carr, 29th. And Robbie Richards comes home in the 30th position. And then it is Sean Kusturica in 31st. Blake Hensley in 32nd. Keith Haney, that is 33rd. 34th goes to Justin Winters. Nathan Mascroft in 35th. And then Keith Hackney, who did not make the start tonight, will come home in 36th position.
And coming home with the race win, Alex Robinson has caught up with Todd Mays.
And Todd Mays, talk about gutsy calls throughout the night there. We said it with about 10 laps to go. It was make or break time. It was full send. Forget the pit road strategy. And you made it till the end. Were you sweating in those last 5 laps?
I was a little because I was clutching the last 5 laps to make it. I actually had a fuel on the start-finish line right now.
And, man, did you have any thought when you saw the gaps? We said it before. You looked at the top 5, and all 5 of you pushed it till the end there. But you said you ran out of gas at the start-finish line. Some of these guys didn't make it to the end of the finish line there, just, drop back because they ran out in turn 3 and 4 there. We saw the strategy. But how does it feel to be in victory lane after risking it all for the win?
It feels awesome because I had some surgery and missed 2 weeks. So, I knew the only way I was really going to make the playoff was to win. So this feels excellent, guys.
Well, we know you got some supporters to thank here, so thank them for this win here tonight.
Well, I want to thank my teammates, Bobby and Kyle. I want to thank my wife for putting up with me and letting me do this. And I want to thank Jason for running the best league in iRacing. And I want to thank you guys for having the best broadcast.
That is your winner here tonight, Todd Mays.
And coming home in second, Travis, it's been a while since I've got to talk to you, and if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time you've made it to the podium since we've been on call here.
Hell yeah! At the win, but hey, hell yeah! But no, man, I don't know what to say. Like I say, it's just I saved. That's all I can say.
That you most definitely did, man. You stayed pretty quiet throughout the race. You kept the car relatively clean, a little bit of rear end damage, but nothing major. And in the end, it came down to the pit strategy. Was that the strategy you had coming in? Was the mindset coming into tonight to save and bank on everybody taking those pit stops, bank on everybody not having the same idea and going after a podium position or possibly a race win?
Well, like I said, I didn't qualify because I paid late, and I started in the back. And I said, well, if I hang around in the back, I can pit after the stage. I can pit much as I can. If we get caution, top off. like I say, I topped off that last run. I got 4 tires, and it come to 1 to go, and I said, man, I missed a pit. I'm gonna be short, and I just looked up and I said, man, about 10 laps in, I start to save Tyler Evans and the other guy. They start saving. I passed them. I was like, okay, now if I can just let the other one run out. When Chuck ran out, I was just like, okay, it's a P3. And I hate to say it, when my teammate come across on the Discord, he's like, man, I hope I make it. And he said, I'm out. And I seen him going into turn 3, and I was like, I'm gonna get second. But I was just hoping that he finished at 3rd right there, right behind me.
Well, Jason Bridges did, in fact, come home in that 3rd position.
High side hustlers, baby.
But you came home in that 2nd position in style here tonight in the number 29 machine. Go ahead and thank your sponsors, shout-outs. Everybody help make it possible for you to get there.
Oh, I'd like to thank Rise, Dub Print, all the guys on the High Side Hustle that helped me out. Brad, Tony, Clemens, Bridges, all of them guys at Lockwood, any guys I miss. Hey, man, I appreciate it. And like I said, all the guys who helped put my rig together, Gary Tucker, Billy Smith, Chris Stedman, guys. Without y'all, this rig wouldn't be here, and I thank you guys for it. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Congratulations again on your 2nd place finish. And coming home in 3rd, Alex Robinson is caught up with Jason Bridges.
Jason, talk about it here. Yeah, you sweated. You had to have sweated between 4 and the start-finish line there to still come home with 3rd place.
I was just hoping to make it. I was just hoping that I had enough fumes and enough putts to make it.
Well, the strategy, we talked about it here. It was make or break time. Did you even consider pitting, or was it one of those we were just going to run until we ran out?
Yeah, going off of my fuel calculator was like I was going to make it, then I wasn't going to make it, then I was going to make it. It was like, hey, whatever happens, happen. I'm just going to keep going. I know I shouldn't make it I should make it. So if I don't, hey, it was fun. But I did.
It was an entertaining race, to say the least, and we know you got a lot of support backing you. So take some time and thank all those guys for a podium finish tonight.
Oh, man, I want to thank my high side crew. Tweety came through and came with the 2nd place finish. I saw him go by me. I was like, hey, that's the only one I want to pass me right now. Shout out to Jason for putting this together, for you, the race control guys for staying, doing their job. To you guys in the booth, to our sponsors, Dub Print, we got Bud Kicker, and everybody else. I can't even think right now. I just can't believe that worked, and I made it.
That is your 3rd place finisher coming home. Had to sweat out of 4, but that is Jason Bridges and BJ Duvall. Back-to-back entertaining nights.
That it absolutely was, and this will wrap up our 2nd night here of Bluegrass. The Xfinity Series has come to a close. Todd Mays coming home with the race win. Join us back here tomorrow night on Ultimate Dirt TV for the Bluegrass Cup Series on Wednesday night. Same time, same place. We'll be doing it again. I am BJ Duvall, joined by Alex Robinson, Brett Wheeler behind the cameras. Have a wonderful night.